Thank you for staying with us. Let's talk about Lagos, the city that moves, hustles, and never sleeps. But while our roads remain packed and our bridges groan under traffic, something new is stirring on the water. The Lagos state government is about to make waves, literally, with the launch of the Omi Eko project, an ambitious plan to transform water transportation and unlock the full potential of the blue economy. Now, imagine cutting your travel time from Ikorodu to the island in minutes, or cruising across the lagoon safely and comfortably instead of being stuck in gridlock for hours. That's the dream, but can it become a Lagos reality? Joining us today is a man at the heart of this transformation, Oluwadamilola Emmanuel, the special advisor to the governor on blue economy. He's here to break down what the Omi Eko project really means for you, for transport, and for the future of Lagos on water. So, Lagos is the new face of urban mobility, or just another big idea that may sink under the weight of expectation. Welcome to the show, Honorable.
Thank you so much.
Wow, we're excited. This really sounds like a huge deal. And I'm sure our viewers would like to join the conversation. And as you know, you can call us on 0201 635 2013 or 0902 416 3440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewOnTVC. Woo, Honorable, this is huge. I mean, the picture that's already been painted, imagine just moving from one end of Lagos to the other in minutes, you know, and water transportation. But what makes this particular project different from all the other water projects we've heard of and that didn't take off?
So this is basically, first of all, thank you so much for having me here this morning. This is basically a lesson from past mistakes. This is a project which is backed by strong political will, strong institutional capacity, also stakeholder management well factored in, sustainability, and a clear implementation plan.
Okay.
Okay, so it sounds great, you know, the initiative and everything, but how ready are Lagos waterways, you know, for this mass daily transportation?
So let's look at where we are, and let's look at where we've been. So currently, on a monthly basis, we see about 1.5 million to 1.8 million people using the waterways. And this is largely driven by the informal sector.
Yeah. Lagos
today stands, and this is not to, I mean, this is live TV, so Lagos today stands as #1 in terms of water transport safety in the whole of Nigeria. We constantly have states coming down to Lagos. I'm sure you heard of recent incidents all over Nigeria. Yes. In this year alone, there's been 4 or 5 across different parts, and they keep coming to Lagos to say, how have you been able to drive your incidence rate low? Because it wasn't always like this. Okay. We used to have frequent accidents on our waterways in Lagos State. Did we pray? Yes, we prayed, but beyond prayer, we had to put certain things in place. Yeah. We increased the personnel. The Lagos State government increased the waterways personnel from 48 to 108. Wow. So they could easily monitor all the different locations. Secondly, we set the very first of its kind, a waterways monitoring and a data management center, which is right there in Falomo. We're able to monitor our waterways now real time. Thirdly, we introduced what we call biannual inspection, which means that we're able to inspect their boats twice a year. But we realized that was not enough, because when you know you're coming for inspection, then it's easy to go and fix your boats, right? We now introduced random inspections and also allowed passengers tell us anytime they see anything on any boat, and then we move quite swiftly after. And then several other initiatives as well, which we're able to introduce, which made the accident rate reduce. I mean, this year, we've only had only maybe 1 incident on our waterways. Previously, we used to have 7 to 10 on an average every year in Lagos.
Okay, so how soon will Lagosians start feeling the real impact of this Omi Eko?
Well, it's a 6-year project, but in the first 2 years, we plan to launch the first phase. Okay. Anyone will say it's ambitious, but just here, I was just reflecting on the time where it was just more lowers and downfalls on the waterways, on the road. Today, you have BRTs. It's a reality. So it's the same thing with the waterways as well, largely driven by the informal sector. But then, with Omi Eko, with this investment, we hope to see the BRTs on the waterways.
Is it just the Omi Eko project, or there's a larger vision about the larger the blue economy? Really, what is it about the project transportation alone, or the larger blue economy vision?
Well, I would say it's a larger blue economy. As you see, just 2 weeks ago, we had the very first of its kind electric boat race in Lagos, and not only Lagos, in Africa. So the first time was going to happen in Africa, right? And that's all part of the blue economy, to promote tourism, to promote innovation, to promote sustainability. And interestingly, inland waterways is a strong component of the Lagos blue economy. So really, when you say that question, it's like it's the both things at the same time.
Yeah. So, you know, Nigerians are watching this and thinking, or Lagosians and thinking, okay, we know that this may be a good news for investors, but how about regular Lagosians? How would this impact them? And like, what job opportunities are there for regular Lagosians?
So it's going to basically do both direct and indirect employment. Okay. So if you look at the whole ecosystem, for example, you're going to have both captains and deckhands, just like the way you have the downfall drivers and the conductors. So we call them deckhands on the waterways. Around the terminals themselves, there will be stalls, so people can actually sell items. Because as people are passing by, they want to eat something, they want to buy something, they want to recharge their phones. There's also that ecosystem around there as well. Around the boats themselves, there's also the maintenance, which obviously will be from the local communities, those who are trained to be able to, you know, attend to all of the maintenance issues that will definitely come up. And several other things around the entire ecosystem. How about for
investors, opportunities for investors?
Well, the investors definitely. This is all the ferries that are going to, because the Omi Eko, actually, let me break it down. So the Omi Eko is going to see 70 hybrid electric ferries. Okay. It's going to be the upgrading of the existing terminals we have now to be more climate friendly. So we're going to see 25 of that being upgraded, because we currently have about 26, but 25 of that will be upgraded to be more climate friendly. We're going to see the dredging of 140 kilometers of the inland water, which is about 70% of our waterways in Lagos State. We're going to see capacity building for the implementing agency and all the existing stakeholders as well. So the passengers, the operators, they will also have a lot of training and retraining. And most importantly, which is something that we've also learned even from road transportation, there's a vessel industry transition program. Because this kind of investments are coming on board most times, what you usually find out is that the existing operators are left out of the scheme.
Okay.
But with this particular project, it's been factored in that there's a fund for them to ensure that they as well are factored into this as well, so that they as well can be a part of this and not left out, because then they begin to be, of course,
may I ask that, you know, what safety measures, because I live at Irede. It's a 10 minutes boat ride to Ilashe.
Absolutely.
But most of my neighbors will say, oh no, we want to go to the beach at Ibeshe, we cannot go because some people are scared of water. So what safety measures are being introduced to earn commuters' trust in, you know, water transport? So
I initially mentioned that the personnel were increased from 48 to 108. So those personnel are there to ensure, one, you wear your life jackets. So one of the things we've done a lot in Lagos, and we've done our best. I'm sure you heard about the sad incident of the actor who passed on. And one of the things they said was that if you were in Lagos, you dare not wear your life jacket, right? So wearing of the life jacket, very important. But beyond that as well, we've set up emergency and rescue teams across we have 20 of them, but they're set up in 10-10, so in 2 units, to be able to respond really quickly in any emergency situation. And then also, most importantly, is the fact that we have that monitoring and data management center, which makes us, through technology, be able to monitor things much quicker. And we work with the local communities, because you have to work with them to ensure that, you know, if case of any, and of course, our response numbers through either LASEMA or directly through to LASWA as well, we can respond in terms of any emergency.
Nice. So, you know, obviously, with all you've said today, the Omi Eko project looks like a very huge project. Yes, so what challenges keeps you up at night as regards water transport in Lagos?
Well, perception. You just spoke about it. People still say, nah, water, I ain't going to do it. I mean, if you ask how many people can they swim, they'll probably tell you. If I ask that question, but you know, the truth about it is that whether you can swim or not, as long as you wear your life jacket, you're safe. And I think also, the truth about it, why many people are probably a bit scared of, because of the kind of ferries they've seen.
Yes.
You know, and that's probably what it is. But when you see the modern kind of ferries that are coming with the Omi Eko, of course, it gives you more confidence. When people begin to tell you, oh, have you been on this? And I think it's going to, so I would say what keeps me at night really is public perception and safety, which is something we've worked on for years. And I'm happy that, like I said, Lagos is #1. And that's all kudos to the Lagos State governor, who has invested heavily in the safety of water transportation in Lagos State.
So for me, the final question, 5 years, how do you see, what's the picture of Lagos on water for you?
I see every one of you using water to work.
Is it affordable? Is it not cheaper?
Well, to be honest, I see an integrated transportation system.
Yes.
I see the waterways as a preferred mode to road transport, because right now it's real, and it's not to compete. It's all that is going to be integrated, right? So I see that, and of course, it being safe, it being inclusive, because you speak about the fact affordability, and it being affordable for the average Lagosian as well, and of course, it's seen it as safe as possible.
Thank you so much, Honorable Oluwadamilola Emmanuel. We wish you all the best on the Omi Eko project. We're looking forward to the success of this project. Ladies, thank you. That's all we can take on this segment. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll look at our other topics. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.